harder you try, the more you control and hold on, the closer you get to happiness. But what if I told you that right in this very moment, you are drifting further and further away from it? We believe that desires, attachments, and the constant need for control give us security. But in truth, this is not the path to freedom, but its exact opposite. An ancient Buddhist wisdom says, happiness does not come to those who seek it. It arises in those who are able to let go. And here is the great paradox of life. The more you let go, the more life begins to play on your side. Not because you suddenly did the right things, but because you stopped standing in the way. Welcome to Heal Your Soul. Let us explore together today why the chase for happiness so often leads to suffering, and why the silence within you is more powerful than any plan you have ever made. Take a deep breath and let us begin. When a person starts chasing after happiness, they often resemble someone trying to catch a sunbeam. The faster they run, the faster the light slips away. It is like holding water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the less remains. We all often make our happiness dependent on external factors: a new job, a functioning relationship, validation from others. But have you noticed what happens the moment the goal is reached? The feeling of satisfaction disappears just as quickly as it came. And immediately, the next goal appears. Why is that? Because chasing desires, creates suffering. We spend our whole lives thinking that happiness is a final destination, a finish line that we will cross someday. But what if happiness is not a destination at all? What if it is merely the side effect of inner balance? Inner happiness is not a loud flash of lightning. It is a quiet, steady light that burns inside when the mind is calm. Exactly this silence of the mind helps you realize that you do not have to search for anything. Everything you need is already here, right now. Imagine letting go just for a moment of the idea that you constantly need to be happy. What happens then? The space inside you clears up. The tension in your shoulders falls away. An incredible lightness emerges. In Buddhism, this is called the creative void, a state in which you do not have to pretend, do not have to run, do not have to prove anything. In this void, your true needs unfold, not the ones forced upon you by society. When you stop desperately trying to control life, it begins to surprise you. Not rushed, not loud, but precise. Sometimes it is completely enough just to pause, to stop running, to stand perfectly still and allow yourself simply to be. A desire in itself is not an enemy. It can inspire, drive you forward. But as soon as the desire becomes a compulsive need, it turns into a trap. Imagine a person walking through the desert and seeing a mirage. They run toward it, thirsting for it. But when they arrive, they find only sand. This is exactly how our obsession with a perfect future works. It promises us satisfaction, but brings only exhaustion. The constant focus on later robs us of the now. In this state, we stop seeing what we already hold in our hands. We build ourselves an endlessly long staircase into the future, which ironically has no final step. Because as soon as one desire is fulfilled and the next one instantly arises, it is an endless, tiring cycle. Suffering does not arise from life itself. It arises from our resistance to what is. We constantly want things to be different than they are right now. And exactly this constant comparison between the now and how it should be is the main source of our pain. Imagine for a second, you could accept what you have right now in this moment as absolutely enough. How much agony, how much pressure would fall away from you in this very second. Here begins the realization. You are not your desires. Emotional freedom does not mean having no more goals. It means rearranging your relationship with your own goals. It means stopping believing the inner voice that says new or more is always better. And here we encounter the deepest pattern of all, attachment. It is as if you do not just want something, but you also cling to it, like a drowning person to a life preserver. But what if this ring does not save you, but pulls you under? Attachment so often masks itself as love, as care, or as responsibility, but in reality, it is a silent saboteur of our peace. Think about how often you have felt anxiety because someone did not react the way you wanted them to. How much strength have you lost trying to hold on to relationships, a job, or a certain lifestyle that actually no longer serves you? That is the invisible rope draped over your shoulders. It is invisible, but you feel it through the deep tension in your body, through the inner restlessness and the constant fear of loss. Many of us believe the tighter I hold on, the lower the chance of losing something. But reality is different. The tighter you hold on, the more you crush what you love. Relationships begin to suffocate. Dreams become a burden. In this constant tension, all lightness disappears. Letting go is not coldness, it is maturity. Living in the present only becomes possible when we no longer cling to people and circumstances as if we were nothing without them. Because your true self is not lost when something or someone goes away. On the contrary, often it only becomes visible again because of it. Sometimes we have to stop listening to this inner critic who demands that we always be needed, always do everything right. Because only in the silence of your own mind is true wisdom born, not in the noise of foreign expectations. There is something deceptively attractive about the idea of being able to control everything. We make lists, we make plans, we insure ourselves against every possible failure. We believe if we just calculate everything, pain will take a detour around us. But trying to keep everything under control is like trying to stop a flowing river with your bare hands. It is impossible. And this attempt becomes the main cause of our chronic tension and fear of the future. Letting go of control is not chaos. It is the opening of a space in which trust in life is finally allowed to bloom again. When exactly this unpredictability of life is what makes it truly alive. We too often think that everything depends on us and completely forget that we are only a small part of a much larger rhythm. When a person begins to let go, they discover something wonderful. Not only does the fear disappear, but also all the unnecessary desires that were born only from the fear of losing control. And with them, this creative void finally appears, a space where you can breathe freely. Most people fear this void. They fear the inner silence, moments when absolutely nothing distracts them, because in such pauses, everything we have hidden for so long reveals itself. Fears, insecurity, deep worries, and so we flee. Into the noise, into work, into the smartphone, just to avoid encountering this silence. But exactly this void is not an enemy. It is a portal. It is like a blank canvas. Within it arises the possibility to start over, to cleanse yourself, to reorganize yourself. Look at nature. Winter often seems like an absolute void. Nothing blooms, nothing sings, it bears no fruit. But exactly in this cold silence, deep in the earth, the seeds of spring are ripening. It is the same in your life. The times when it seems as if absolutely nothing is happening are often the most fruitful. Exactly then, an invisible redistribution of your strength takes place within you. We are used to always seeking answers on the outside, in books, in advice, in new concepts, but the most valuable answer always lies within you. It does not come with thunder, it does not scream, it whispers, and to hear this whisper, you must become still. Happiness is not a reward for correct behavior. It is not the result of a perfect plan. It does not only arrive when all the circumstances in your life are finally resolved. It arises quietly, imperceptibly, like the first morning light falling through a crack in the curtain into your room. The true source of happiness lies not in achieving, but in accepting yourself, life, this exact moment. I invite you now to step into this silence together with me. We will now consciously create some space within you. Make yourself comfortable. Let your shoulders drop just a little bit. Close your eyes, if it feels safe for you to do so. Now inhale deeply through your nose. Feel your chest expand and exhale slowly, very slowly, through your mouth. We carry so much invisible weight around with us. Expectations of others, the pressure we put on ourselves, the memories of things long past. Imagine now, you are holding all this weight in your hands, like a heavy, rough rope. You have been holding it tight for so long that your hands ache. You believed if you let it go, you would fall. But I'm telling you now, you are safe. The ground beneath you is carrying you. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale now, allow your hands in your imagination to open very slowly. Let the rope slip, let the control go. You do not have to hold on to anything right now. You do not have to protect anyone right now. You do not have to prove anything right now. Feel how, with this letting go, a gentle wave of lightness flows through your arms and into your chest. It is okay not to know everything. It is okay not to be able to control everything. Life is allowed to take over now. Stay in this quiet lightness for a moment. Here there is no yesterday and no tomorrow. Only this one breath, only this moment. Feel the gentle rhythm of your heart. That is your anchor. It reminds you that you are alive, that you are enough, exactly as you are right now. When you are ready, slowly bring your attention back into this room. Gently move your fingers. Slowly open your eyes. Take this feeling of lightness with you into the rest of your day. Remember, true strength does not lie in tension, but in relaxation. Thank you for taking this time for your soul today. If you feel that these words have moved something within you, then you're exactly in the right place on this channel. Subscribe to heal your soul, to continue walking this path together with us. Let us know in the comments what you are letting go of today. We will see you in the next video. Until then, take good care of yourself.